And here we go. It's the biggest week of the year so far for Missouri football. Coming off the bye week, the Tigers play the Alabama Crimson Tide. Vic Faust, Grant Salzman here with you. And it's a top 15 matchup since Missouri's last played. Alabama's only gone and knocked off Georgia at Georgia and Vanderbilt at home. And now they're a top 10 team in the country.
Is that my time to talk?
It's your time to talk because I had to sneeze.
I was waiting on it. I didn't want to interrupt you. My, oh my, here we are. Missouri fans, who would have thought at this point in time, October 6th, think back 2 months ago, we're talking about where Mizzou could be ranked if they beat Alabama.
Did you predict 5-0 to start? Because I did.
I can't remember. I think I did, but I don't remember. I always get into and I said if they were healthy.
Yeah, and they are. Kind of. Caden Green hurt.
All I know is this, my friend. Missouri fans, enjoy every second of this. Enjoy the hype. Enjoy national commentators actually picking, ESPN writers picking Missouri to beat Alabama. A point spread that in some books is 2.5 to 3.5 points. That's what has happened. That is what's transpired in this season. There's so much to talk about this next hour, my friend. Yeah, I'm excited. It's a huge matchup, 8 versus 14. And I think you just made mention to it. This is arguably, in my humble opinion, the biggest game in Columbia. Correct me if I'm wrong. When you look at the entire situation, even in week 6 or week 7, their 7th game, since 2010.
No.
Okay, hold on a second.
I'll let you finish your sentence, but I think you're wrong.
Okay, and that's right.
Yeah.
When they had a chance to take on number 1 as 11th ranked team and won, because that night was a special, glorious night. And ESPN College Game Day was there.
Yeah.
So the whole situation to me made it, that was there. What was bigger?
I'll say 2013 at home against Johnny Manziel and Texas A&M to go to the SEC championship game, because that win meant that they were 1 win away from competing in a national championship game.
Yeah, I see.
I think that's bigger.
But the hype wasn't there.
I think it was, though, to play in the SEC championship game in your second season. And they were 11. They only had 1 loss up to that point.
Yeah, but going into the game,
Mizzou had no chance in 2010 to even make a national. They already had 2 losses, if I remember correctly.
I wish. You know what? I like it. I do. I like it. But maybe it's because I knew what was going to happen in the SEC championship game.
But they were favored against Auburn. They were the favorite.
But
they were like a 4-point favorite in that game.
I never, ever, ever thought that they were going to be able to stop Auburn.
When Trey Mason ran for 330 yards.
So even if, let's just say, that's 2013.
Yeah.
It's been a long time.
And the only one that I could think of in like recent memory that you could build up as big as this is that Jaden Daniels LSU Mizzou.
And that was so early still.
It was
and here's
I think it was almost the same situation. I think Mizzou was 5-0. And if you look back at 11-1.
But we had already beaten LSU. We had already beaten
in 2020.
LSU.
Yeah.
This is Alabama.
Do you know the last time they've beaten Alabama?
I do.
I got good news and I got bad news for you.
I know. Do I need to show my knowledge of this?
Do you know the year?
1975. And it wasn't at home.
They have never beaten Alabama at home. Here's the good news is they won their first 2 matchups against Alabama. They beat them in 1968. It looks like in Jacksonville, Florida, 35-10. I think that was a bowl game. And then to start the season in 1975 at Birmingham, Alabama.
Oh, my God.
They beat them 20-7. And since then, Tigers are on a 6.
Here, I've got one for you,
streak.
and this is fun. Do you know what they were wearing in 1975 when they beat
I saw that. They were in the black jerseys with the black helmets.
And the pants were?
I think they were
gold.
Gold, yeah.
Gold. Black shirts, gold pants.
They should run it back.
Do you exactly?
Do you remember the first time they played them in the SEC? It was 2012.
I don't remember.
It was that rainy, disgusting game. It was like,
oh, wait a minute. It was in Columbia.
Yeah, the first time they played them in the SEC in Columbia.
Yeah,
the final score of that one was 42-10.
Yeah, there was a lot of hype going into that game too.
Because it was Alabama.
Yeah,
that was peak Alabama too.
I'm trying to remember the game. Did something start with where we had a punt blocked or something?
Don't remember. So it's been since modern times, since Mizzou's been in the SEC. They lost 42-10 at home, 42-13 in the SEC championship game, 39-10 on the road with Drew Lock, 38-19 at home during the COVID season, and 34-0 last year.
I'm throwing that stuff back.
I'm giving you the facts.
I know, and I'm throwing it.
This Mizzou team is much better than any team that's played Alabama.
That was my point. When Missouri has played Alabama in the past, did you really think they had a chance? No.
I think that
you were hopeful.
The only game that had actual hope was that SEC championship game. But that Alabama team was so good.
And now you've got, and bear with me on this, now you've got a much better, different type of Missouri team. One that looks like, and I said it on the show last week, more like an Alabama offensive-esque team from 6, 7, 8 years ago.
Yeah.
That even Alabama looks like right now.
No, Alabama wants to throw that rock.
And Alabama, while a solid, good, maybe great team, is not this dominant team that they used to be. And that combined with Mizzou's resurgence, combined with it being at home, combined with Alabama coming off 2 very tough, emotional, spent weeks of football, not just playing on the field, but a lot of motion during the week too.
You think of the Georgia game, it's, Kalen DeBoer, it's this guy, he lost to Florida State. If he loses this game, can he win the big ones? Then they go out and they beat Georgia at Georgia. That's emotional. Then it's, can Alabama beat Vandy? Remember, Vandy beat him last year. Diego Pavia, this, that, Johnny Manziel. And they handled business against. So that's a good point. There was a lot of noise.
Lots.
It won't be as noisy this week.
And Missouri's saying all the right things. Eli Drinkwitz says the right things. And I guarantee, here's the thing, though. Alabama's going to give Missouri credit. They will. Kalen DeBoer is a coach who respects his opponents. He doesn't let his players do that. You see that. That Alabama team loves themselves. The one thing that happened that's great for Alabama is they got blown out in that first game.
Mm-hmm.
And everybody gave up on them. Kicked them to the curb at Alabama. People were like, whoa, did we even get our tickets? Literally.
Because I think Florida State is what we expect them to be after.
They fought back.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
They've come back. They're a tight-knit group. And there's a lot that we can make about their game with Vanderbilt. I watched it as tightly as I would watch our Missouri. I was watching formations. I'm watching as much as I could from TV. I wish I had the end zone copies of the video so I could break it down even more. However, buddy, they're beatable.
Yes. Vandy had 2 red zone turnovers.
Thank you. It's exactly what I was getting to. Diego Pavia, for as much as he's won games, he cost them the game twice.
Fumbled with a chance to really get back into it.
Bad throw.
Mm-hmm.
They're right there against Alabama at Alabama. So you think I get excited? Here's the other thing that gets me excited. I know I'm just throwing it all out there. What does Missouri do on offense better than anybody else in America?
Run the football.
Alabama, I think I saw they were like near 90.
So
near 90 stopping the run.
They gave up 135 yards, 65 of them on one run.
But how many times did Vanderbilt run the ball?
Vanderbilt only ran the ball 19 times, averaged 7.1 a carry. Well, and
that's a great point.
And let's talk about this, Vic. Vandy couldn't run the ball. You know why? Because they were losing the game the whole time.
Yep.
That's what Missouri can't do. They can't turn the ball over. They can't chase points early. They got to get out to a good start. Because if they're able to, even with you think of Kansas, you think of South Carolina, even when they were down, it was a one-possession game most of the time. You were able to run your offense. If all of a sudden it's 14, 17 points, that's bad news for Missouri. Because they need to be able to keep it within touching distance.
I'm just telling you, and I've said it for weeks, once we saw the identity of this Missouri team, which is a tough, physical presence of running the football, not just with Hardy, we've got a couple guys that can run the ball.
Mm-hmm.
If you're Alabama, I don't think you can come up and try to sell out. I think that may be the game plan.
Yeah.
You're going to beat us.
Don't let Ahmad Hardy beat you.
You're going to beat us with Bo Prabula. But guess what? Other teams have tried.
Mm-hmm.
Other teams have been doing this, and Missouri still finds a way. And what I've noticed with Missouri, they run the ball well, or they run the ball much better in the second half.
Yes.
You start the proverbial
wearing on teams. Yeah.
So there's a lot of things that I like about this matchup. I do. The one thing I don't like from what we have seen is our secondary, because Ryan Williams is a brilliant football player, but damn, they've got another guy.
Jeremy Bernard.
Oh, I mean, these guys are good. They're fast. They're quick. Their routes are precision. They catch the ball, and their quarterback, he's the best I've seen throwing the football in the SEC.
Yeah. I mean, I think that this is for the rest of the year, barring playoffs, SEC championship, whatever you think Mizzou's going to do on the schedule. I think this is the best team Mizzou will play. Top to bottom.
Talent-wise, I agree.
Because, yes, I think they have maybe a more difficult game at Oklahoma. Maybe at Auburn's going to be really hard. I know you're at home, but just neutral site, roll the ball out. This is the best team you'll play. And Ty Simpson, who's struggled to start, is throwing the ball maybe better than anyone in the country. Maybe talking himself into a Heisman contender. He went 23 for 31, 340 yards, 2 touchdowns, did have an interception. He was sacked 4 times, which, I mean, I think Pavia was sacked once at the very end of the game. Now, he gets rid of the ball real quick.
Yeah,
he's fast. But, that's a good sign. They ran for 146 yards. But, yeah, Ryan Williams, 6 receptions, 98 yards, a touchdown. Bernard had 5 for 82 and a touchdown. Like, Ty Simpson's slinging the rock right now.
How much fun is this, though? Seriously, Mizzou fans, this show is MIZ-STL. How much fun is it talking about this? Reliving some days when we did make the SEC championship, as you brought up. Being in a situation where you're hosting Alabama and you're literally only a 2.5 to 3.5 point underdog, a line that started at 5.5, and early money came in so heavy on you that it dropped the point spread that quick. We're actually talking about scenarios where Missouri wins this game.
Yeah.
This has never happened. We don't know what's going to happen in the game. A lot has to go right. The team that makes the fewer mistakes usually wins, and turnovers. But wow. What we have in front of us, my friend, I'm smiling. I'm excited about this game. I don't like the 11 a.m. start time, but I'm building myself into it so that it's going to be more difficult for Alabama to come in early.
Is that true, though? Because you said it as a player.
Yeah, it's easier usually.
You said explain that again. Maybe people weren't
My
listening.
humble opinion was always that it was easier, and it's always been easier as an away team to play the early game.
Because you wake up at 7:30 a.m.
Well,
all right, we're going to go down to the stadium.
On Friday. You fly in on Friday.
Mm-hmm.
You go to your hotel.
Have dinner.
You have dinner. You have your meetings, walkthroughs.
Bedtime.
And you know that first thing, it's just always better when you get up early and you're there and you're on the road and you're like, listen, we're going to go beat our competition. We know we're going to be back with our family and our friends today.
Saturday night.
We're going to be back. We're going to be able to go do what we need to do. The opposing crowd usually is not ready to go at 11 a.m. in the morning. Not like they are at 2:30, not like they are at 7. The home crowd the team can try to get the crowd into it, but it's just more difficult with an 11 a.m. start. I'm not saying it's going to happen this way, but when you're an away as a player, you love that. But you love those away games, and you seem to be up for it better than having to sit around till a 7 p.m. game on Saturday night. You're a little bit more lethargic. You are.
Yeah.
And hey, whatever. Let's see how they feel when Hardy comes to the line. Missouri is set for what I think could be one of the greatest days in Columbia, beating Alabama, this kind of Alabama, and we haven't beaten them, like you said, 75, haven't beaten them in the SEC, and we haven't come close to beating them, where we beat other teams in the conference, but we have not beat Alabama.
I believe they have beaten every other team.
They have.
In the conference.
Georgia, LSU.
I mean,
A&M.
Oklahoma and Texas, they haven't played in the SEC, so you can't count that.
But we've still beaten them.
I believe. Yeah,
We beat them.
I think
I was at the game in Columbia.
Texas. Oh yeah, I mean yes, they've beaten Texas. I'm saying they haven't even played them in the SEC though. But every other SEC team they have beaten besides Alabama.
That's why it's all just hyped up for this 8-14 SEC Nation coming back to Columbia to bring the hype. I mean, people are recognizing Mizzou, whether they want to or not, that Missouri is a real deal, that we can freaking run the ball and stop the run.
Would this be, and we talked about wins of magnitude, would this be the best SEC win they've had since beating Georgia at Georgia in 2013?
Absolutely.
I think Georgia was 7th in the country.
Absolutely.
Yeah, because, I mean, A&M, while they beat A&M and that was a huge win, they were favored in that game. Like, it wasn't an upset that Missouri won that football game. I think it's got to be, I mean, maybe beating LSU as the defending national champions, but that LSU team wasn't very good.
The other thing here's the other reason why I was saying I looked at it in the way that I do. It's because of, number one, it's Alabama, who you have not beaten. Number two, national media, even starting to get behind you in some cases. A chance to go 6-0, jump up to at least 8 or 9, in my humble opinion. And then you take your first road challenge test at Auburn, a tough team, but unranked, and what it could mean for the college football playoff, because then you have your signature win. All of these things stack up. And you know that if you play your best game, in my humble opinion, and you run the football and you keep it away, and I think they're going to be able to keep the ball away from Alabama. I don't think Alabama's going to score over 30 points. And I don't know if Missouri wants that to happen.
I think it needs to be a first team to 30 wins this football game for Mizzou to win. If Mizzou gets into a shootout and all of a sudden
I could see Mizzou winning a lesser.
That's what I'm saying. They want to keep this
24-21, 27-24.
And I want to get into that. That favors Mizzou.
Yeah.
Do you think of that LSU game 2 years ago? I think the final score was 45-41, 45-42, something crazy like that. That does not favor Mizzou. Mizzou does not want to play a shootout here because at the end of the day, the better weapons are on the Alabama sideline.
They have better
passing wise.
They have a better passer and they have a better receiving core.
Yes.
Okay, that's fine.
But you want Ahmad Hardy every day.
I'll take Ahmad Hardy.
Jam Miller's awesome.
And I'll also take the offense over the run action pass that they have. That play action is vital, which is why they're going to have to use it with Hardy. And they'll figure out pretty early how Alabama's coming in and trying to match up. Are they going to load the line of scrimmage to stop the run? If they do, good luck with Brett Norfleet, because Norfleet will need to have 7-8 catches in that game. He needs to. There's nobody on Alabama that can cover Brett Norfleet after a play action pass. There isn't. And then, I'm not even talking about our receivers. I'm excited about it.
Me too.
It's there.
Do you think that we talked about how big of a win this is? You get to 6-0 if you win the game. Then all of a sudden it's kind of, we've been up in the air of, will 10-2 get you in? It should. 10-2 gets you in now to the college football playoff.
10-2
with the win over Alabama, you're in with 10-2.
With that schedule? Absolutely, with that schedule.
But then all of a sudden, if you win that game, your aspirations turn elsewhere. We're one of the best teams in the SEC.
Not only the SEC, America.
Yeah, I agree with that.
That's where you take that whole thing. I saw this ESPN writer Bill Connolly, super, super popular,
who doesn't have a Mizzou bias at all.
Did you see that he picked Mizzou?
Well, do you know where he's from?
No.
He's from Columbia.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, that's why I was being a little facetious.
No, I didn't. But
he does. He does.
He picked Mizzou to win this game.
I believe he uses that SP plus his formula, and Mizzou is picked in his SP plus.
But in his SP plus formula, it's not really far fetched.
No,
I mean it hits, and I'm
it's very accurate.
And I'm like,
Bill Connolly lives in Columbia. I believe so.
I didn't know he did.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So you've got. And he's not going to pick Columbia. He's not going to put his integrity on the line. No, he would not do that.
But he might have an implicit bias.
Maybe.
I just want to put that out there. We have implicit bias.
And I love the fact, and he's not the only one, the bettors and where we are. Once again, Missouri comes out and plays their football. I like their chances.
I do too.
Really freaking do. And I like the fact that Alabama's had two very, very tough physical and emotional games back to back, while Missouri has had a chance to rest and put a game plan together and really decipher what will be the best way to attack Alabama. Literally going into this game, and I know it's a big key, but with Caden Green being your only question mark.
Yeah.
That's it. I mean, your left tackle.
And let's not say anything yet because Caden Green got hurt during practice.
Mm-hmm.
So let's just keep our fingers crossed, full health through practice.
But we don't know about his status for the game.
No.
And if it's Eli Drinkwitz and what Eli does,
we won't know till Saturday.
He never lets you know till the end.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's how Eli handles it.
This one might be a little different since he's already been out. It might just be like, hey, he's not ready. He's out.
What was his injury again? Do you remember?
We think it's a meniscus. They never really said.
It's a meniscus.
Yeah.
I guarantee it's a meniscus.
But he was walking in a boot, so I don't know. Not a brace. So
that has nothing to do with meniscus.
Exactly. So I have no idea.
Well, then maybe it's his ankle of some sort.
But I do think he'll be back soon. I would think if I had to be conservative with my guess, I would say by the Vandy game.
Well, there's a lot of football left to be played, so we need him for the season.
Yeah.
That's for sure. Want him for Alabama. Want to see what they can do. But when you see what Missouri's been able to put together, it's going to be a sold-out crowd again.
Mm-hmm.
Is there a certain sort of color to be worn for the game?
Oh, that's a good question. Let me find that.
I haven't seen it. And of course, I think we have to wait till Thursday for the uniform pairing. But I just think it would be cool if they came out with black and gold. I love their uniform pairings. Why not?
Just go simple. With a block M.
Back to the Future. I'd love to see the black shirts and gold pants. Why not?
I am seeing Gold Rush.
Oh, it's a gold. There we go. Oh, if it's the Gold Rush, that means we're getting gold pants.
I think you're right.
We are. That's exactly what that will be. Will they go gold on gold?
Ooh, I don't know.
Hey, black. I'm just fine. Black shirt, gold pants.
I'd like that.
Let's go kick some butt and remind Alabama of yesteryear.
Let's
take
do it.
them back to 75.
Ooh.
And have some fun with this, because that's the good thing that we've talked about. We don't want to even think about the flip side.
If you lose this game?
Well, not just that. I mean, losing doesn't kill your season.
It's just that then it's a must win at Auburn and Vandy.
And older Tiger Missouri fans, well, I just hope we don't get blown out. People I don't see that happening with this team. This team is too good. The talent's too good. I know that they throw the ball all over the place, and I'm putting a lot of credit in Corey Batoon's lap as defensive coordinator. But he got better as the year went on last year. They're going to be tested, but I bet we'll see a bend but don't break kind of defense from Mizzou. I'm guessing that right now.
I think so too. Try to hold them to 3.
And
a lot of 3s.
I think that's the smart way to do with what you've seen, because we have seen some guys get beat.
What has to happen is there has to be pressure on Ty Simpson.
And it gets back to, if Vanderbilt had 4 sacks, our D-line is better at rushing the quarterback than Vanderbilt.
Yes.
We are. It's not even a question. And even you don't have to get the sacks, but if you're forcing him to make throws that are uncomfortable, or from positions he doesn't want to, or to not put the ball as accurately as he would like to put it. But when you watch Alabama, as I did against Vanderbilt, as great as Ty is, and I love watching him throw that ball, love it, he wasn't having to, quote, thread the needle a lot.
No. His
receivers were solidly open. That can be scary.
Yeah.
How are they getting that open? Maybe that was the approach Vanderbilt took as well. Bend but don't break.
And you talk about bend don't break. They gave up a 38-yard field goal. So from the 13-yard liners. No, well, I can't do math.
Who are you talking
From
about?
the 21-yard line, Vandy stopped them.
Yep.
Gave up a 38-yard field goal. Gave up a 30-yard field goal and another 30-yard field goal. So Vandy had 3 stops in the red zone of Alabama. And gave up short field goals on all of them. That needs to be what Mizzou does to really have a chance in this ball game.
I just know
the bend don't break, like you said. Yeah,
it's also an opportunity that we have here for the coaching staff to show out. It's not just the players; it's putting your team in the best situation possible. Offensively, if you have a run game, it makes it so much easier for an offensive coordinator. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong. I'm not worried about offense. We're going to take some shots downfield.
Mhm.
They're going to have to throw the ball to win this game.
Yes.
They are. Bo Prabula is going to have to avoid the major mistake that he has made.
He's made about a mistake a game.
He's going to have to avoid it. He just is.
You got to play almost a perfect game to win this game.
I don't know if you have to play perfect,
but perfect in the margins. You can't turn the ball over. You can't commit stupid penalties that get first downs.
Well, yeah. No, I see that. Absolutely.
Like they have in their wins over South Carolina and Kansas, you think if they're really good wins, the mistakes they've made in those games, they can't make against Alabama to win. They got to play cleaner than they have.
The turnovers, obviously, that's a huge deal.
The
penalty that scares me is the pass interference. The defensive holding. That's what to keep drives alive when you brought that up.
I will say, though, it's not a spot foul like it is in the NFL.
Yeah,
so
I know. But
if you're going to get beat for 80 and you give up 15 instead, maybe go with the guy's leg and take him out.
Just about keeping, those drives alive.
Yes.
But Alabama is not a team that's been, they're not a necessarily like a ball control offense.
No.
Missouri is. And I think you'll see, and we've got enough guys that can keep that going. They do. And Bo Prabula's legs.
Yeah.
We haven't seen that. We haven't had to see it a lot recently. But Bo Prabula is really going to have a really good game. He is.
Well, and then maybe that's what the strategy is. You go grind out a 6-minute, 10, 12 play, touchdown drive, kick it away. Bama, incompletion. They're punting it right back, and your offense is right back out there. That's the strategy in this game is let's see how long we can keep track of this ball and let Alabama throw some incompletions, and we'll take it right back.
I agree. And I can't wait to see how they start the game off and what they do, because Alabama's coming to town early morning after two big, huge games. Are they going to be able to keep that momentum going? And if Missouri plays their best game and Alabama plays their best game at Mizzou, how do you determine that? I don't even know, because I've always taken the more solid run game and stopping the run than I have over a team that likes to air it out. I just always have. And then when you think, they like to air it out, well, we've got two of the best pass rushers in the SEC when it comes to pressures. I mean, all of those things literally tell me it's a toss-up. They have better talent. Okay, fine. But it's a toss-up. And how can we think that Alabama is going to be so great when they're almost 90th or whatever, 88th, 90th in America in stopping the run?
Find a way.
Championship teams, national championship teams are not teams that are 88th, 89, 90th in stopping the run. They just aren't. Go back and look. They aren't. Missouri stops the run, and we run. And I like it.
Well, let's talk more about it on the other side of this break. This is MIZ-STL. Stay tuned right here all week for a lot of coverage over number 14 Missouri hosting the number 8 team in the land, the Alabama Crimson Tide. I'm Grant Salzman. He's Vic Faust. We'll be right back right after these quick messages.
Hot Take Central 2.0.
Now, as you sports fans know,
it's really getting out of hand, man. It's going way out of control.
With Cam Jansen.
I'm going to lead you down the path that rocks.
And Jimmy the Cat Hayes.
You're a legend in the city, living by day instead of night.
Weekday mornings from 8 to 10.
hell yeah.
Only on the Lou Information Station. Streaming 24/7 at louinfo.com. Hot Take Central 2.0.
This whole situation is getting out of control.
Buddy.
What do you say, buddy?
Man, life comes at you fast. 1 minute you're cruising home, the next flashing lights in your rear view.
And that's when you need backup. With the Legal Buddy app, you can connect to a local attorney in seconds.
Seconds? Not waiting days for a callback?
Nope, right away. DWI, car accident, criminal charge, traffic ticket, Legal Buddy's got your back.
So it's like having a lawyer in your pocket.
Exactly. Someone ready to step in the moment you need them, no matter the situation.
That's peace of mind.
That's Legal Buddy.
We're always going to be buddies, right?
All right, where do I get this?
Just download the Legal Buddy app at LegalBuddyApp.com. Register and use code LEGAL for your chance to win a $250 Amazon gift card.
Nice. Tickets, accidents, legal trouble, you're covered.
The Legal Buddy app, always on your side. Download it today. Enter code LEGAL for your chance to win a $250 Amazon gift card.
Buddy, you don't get much better than this.
Yep.
LouInfo.com news headlines. Brought to you by Brown and Crouppen. 222-2222.
With your LouInfo.com news, I'm Jared Sorello. Authorities continue to investigate a deadly crash at a Barnes & Noble in Ladue. Police said a vehicle slammed through the storefront at the Ladue Crossing Shopping Center Friday afternoon. One person was found dead in the car. 2 others were taken to a hospital. A man is dead after St. Louis police say he was shot while trying to break into cars. The department said a resident confronted 2 people trying to break into vehicles in the 3800 block of Tesson Court early Saturday morning and then shot one of them after they pulled guns. And an endangered missing person advisory for a St. Louis County teen. Police said 15-year-old Kaya Stewart left her home in Rock Hill Saturday night and may be headed for New York. Stewart is described as 5'2", 115 pounds with brown hair and brown eyes. The Lou Information Station streams 24/7 at LouInfo.com. I'm Jared Sorello.
Now, LouInfo.com weather. Presented by STL Sports Central. St. Louis sports. Anytime, anywhere.
Here's your LouInfo.com weather update. We'll be in the mid-80s on our afternoon high today. We do have cooler weather coming up. We could get a shower or thunderstorm. We have cold front moving into the area. Scattered showers and thunderstorms overnight will be dropping into the mid-60s. And then quite a bit cooler on Tuesday, cloudy with a few showers hanging around, low 70s. I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton for the Lou Information Station, streaming 24/7 at LouInfo.com.
This is Mizzou wide receiver Kevin Coleman Jr.
And I'm Mizzou linebacker Josiah Trotter.
When we hit the field, we have each other's back.
And off the field, we got James Carlton, State Farm covering us.
Thanks, fellas. Nothing beats college football season and nothing beats saving money. Just by getting a quote from our office and mentioning Mizzou, we'll make a donation to support Mizzou's will to win push on your behalf. No strings attached.
So you're supporting the team just by checking your rates. Doesn't get any easier than that.
It's so easy. Check them out online at carltoninsurance.net. MIZ-STL.
When you're building something new, you need a partner you can count on. I'm Big Toe Media founder Dave Green, and with our company, we didn't want just another bank. We wanted people who understood what we were trying to create and who were there for us every step of the way. That's why we chose Home Bank. From business lending to everyday banking, Home Bank has been much more than a bank. They're the kind of people who answer the phone, know your name, and believe in your vision. And the trust goes both ways. Home Bank doesn't just support our growth, they share in it. They take pride in helping local businesses succeed because they know when we win, the whole community wins. Business isn't just about numbers, it's about relationships. And with Home Bank, those relationships make all the difference. Home Bank is the team behind our team. Visit myhomebank.bank or call 855-577-2001. Home Bank, member FDIC, more than a bank. They're your business partner.
Hot Shots Sports Bar and Grill has a new menu.
But don't freak out.
Hot Shots favorites are still there, like their famous wings, tacos, burgers, and pizzas. Plus, sure to be new faves, like Big Philly egg rolls, the Bold and Hearty Slugger sandwich, the Buffalo chicken pizza, and 2 new wing sauces, Carolina Gold and Bourbon Glaze. And making a comeback, it's the return of Hot Shots' legendary waffle fries. So now there's even more to love at Hot Shots. Come try out the new menu at Hot Shots Sports Bar and Grill. Find the location nearest you at hotshotsnet.com.
When you're building something new, you need a partner you can count on. I'm Big Toe Media founder Dave Green, and with our company, we didn't want just another bank. We wanted people who understood what we were trying to create and who were there for us every step of the way. That's why we chose Home Bank. From business lending to everyday banking, Home Bank has been much more than a bank. They're the kind of people who answer the phone, know your name, and believe in your vision. And the trust goes both ways. Home Bank doesn't just support our growth, They share in it. They take pride in helping local businesses succeed because they know when we win, the whole community wins. Business isn't just about numbers. It's about relationships. And with Home Bank, those relationships make all the difference. Home Bank is the team behind our team. Visit myhomebank.bank or call 855-577-2001. Home Bank, member FDIC, more than a bank. They're your business partner.
And we are back on MIZ-STL talking about one of the biggest games Missouri's played in quite a while. One of the biggest games in the country this weekend is number 14 takes on number 8. And Vic, I want to continue to discuss this game, but there's a couple other things that happened for Missouri over the weekend during their bye week. And that was getting a couple recruits. They obviously moved up to number 14 in the AP poll. They got 4-star running back TJ Hodges, 6'1", 180 from Arkansas, chose Missouri over Arkansas, Baylor, Louisville, and others. And then 4-star linebacker JJ Bush committed to Missouri, 6'3", 215 from Alabama. Do you know where he just decommitted from?
He decommitted from, I saw it.
It was the Piggies down south.
Yeah.
The Arkansas Razorbacks who just fired Sam Pittman. He decommits. Missouri gets another star recruit.
Okay. And it's not just star. These are, I mean, for what it's worth, you never know exactly, but these are 4-star kids.
Yeah.
What? And by the way, let me explain the star process to you. And I don't mean to insult your intelligence if you already know. A star does not mean you're talented. It does not mean, oh, you're great. Oh, you're fast. You're big. That's not what stars mean. You get stars by how many, quote, offers you get and by the quality of school, FBS, FCS, and so forth, and how many. And then that gets placed on you. Oh, he's a 2-star, 3-star, 4-star. Oh, everybody in the country wants him. He's a 5-star. So you get that star. That's what it means, star. That's why you'll see kids who are 2 stars or no stars or 3 stars sometimes turn out and be these kids that go to the NFL because it was just, you get missed sometimes.
Yeah.
Most of the time, 4 stars are not missed. Most of the time. Every now and then they don't work out, but this goes to show you the national hype that Missouri has. It shows you what kids are thinking about Missouri's program compared to other schools, about Eli Drinkwitz and his credit and his knowledge and his hype. And then it also goes to show that Missouri is still spending money.
And Missouri does have right now, if I'm going to be a little negative, they have the 15th ranked recruiting class in the SEC.
Do you know why?
It's because the transfer portal is so good.
It's because they're not out signing a bunch of high school kids.
You bring in, they're at 15 right now. You would imagine they'd probably get 5 to 10 more. You bring in 20, 25 freshmen, supplement that roster.
They haven't been that much higher in the last couple of years.
Exactly. Then you combine it with some good transfer portals. Things will be okay. It's not.
Do we trust Eli when it comes to recruiting in 2025? I do.
You have to.
Look what he has done. Look at the transfer portal. That's where they're making their team. Look at all the starters on this team who did not, quote, start their careers at Missouri. It's phenomenal when you start to break down position by position. They get it. They understand the transfer portal. And Eli said last year, he's like, we've reached a spot at Missouri where we, quote, and this isn't being lazy, it's just being honest. We don't have to go out and recruit kids everywhere. We have so many kids who are coming to us now. We then break it down from there and do our normal recruiting as well.
Yeah.
We don't have to. That's the respect that Missouri has. That's why it drives all these schools in the SEC mad that how dare that Northern School, Missouri, they can come into our conference now and play with the big dogs and win against the big dogs and do the recruiting thing as well. And, our facilities, we may not have a tall stadium like some of the SEC conferences. Go look at the facilities, check them out, and then ask the kids what they're seeing when they're coming on recruiting trips, because it's every bit as good, if not, than most of these schools in the SEC.
I agree with that. I totally do.
And especially when the North End is done next year.
Also exciting news. We're a month away from Missouri basketball, which people are big fans of.
Oh my gosh.
Very
Speaking of recruiting, they continue to kick butt. I mean, over and over.
Over and over. It's incredible what they're able to do down there with Dennis Gates and company. But let's get back to the pressing matter. We talked about this. Who would you say the best team in the SEC is?
That's a good question. Right now, I would have to say it is...
The most proven is maybe Ole Miss, but...
Because we're saying Ole Miss is the most proven. Why?
I mean, well, one, they're the highest ranked. They've beaten a couple... Well, I would say they're the most proven because they have already 3 SEC wins. But at the same time, the only team they beat was LSU, who we're not really sure.
They're not. That's what I'm saying.
Exactly. That's why I think it's either A&M, who went into a very, very tough South Bend and won, and then has handled business since then. But I think it's Alabama. I know Alabama lost the game, but they have the 2 most impressive SEC wins so far at Georgia and at home against Vanderbilt.
I have to give the slight edge to Alabama.
And then if Missouri beats the best team in the SEC...
And they're undefeated.
Is it transitive property then, or how's that work?
It's exactly transitive property. You better believe it is, because then you will see Missouri jump up, in my humble opinion. I will call it. I think they will jump up to 8. I do. And that's with everybody else winning. I think they will jump over some teams that are undefeated as well, just because they will have a much better resume beating an 8 Alabama, who in back-to-back weeks took care of Georgia at Georgia and then took care of Vanderbilt, the upstart undefeated team as well, knocking off 2 straight undefeated teams.
Well, let's look at where Missouri might go. We like playing the hypothetical game here. So they're 14. You would think they would jump over Georgia Tech, Tennessee, LSU. You jump over Georgia.
Yeah.
Okay, Alabama slides down.
I have no idea where they go.
Tech goes to 8, Mizzou at 9, and then you're looking at one of Indiana or Oregon has to lose when they play, and that's 8.
Yeah.
That's assuming everyone else wins.
Yeah. I'm just telling you, that's where they go. That's where they would go. And it's so much fun to talk about. You don't want to get, I mean, I know there's the people that go, let's not talk about this. Let's just let Missouri go out and do it and talk about it after. No, that's what's on the line. And football has changed. You know what's on the line. Missouri and the team is looking at, number 1, getting the win. Number 2, it gets them closer to their goal of getting to the college football championship and an SEC title. They're there. They have that ability. But I don't want us to forget what we've talked about all year long on the show. It's each week or every other week getting a new challenge. Missouri has stepped up each way. They started, okay, what's this team going to look like? They got that win against Central Arkansas. Then they step up with more talent against Kansas. Okay. Then they come back, and the next challenge basically was South Carolina. And I see SEC fans trying to say, oh, well, Missouri beat a depleted South Carolina team. Really? Who didn't play in that game for South Carolina? How many people didn't play in that South Carolina game that were stars? Anyone? None.
Yeah.
They all played.
Mm-hmm.
Now, Sellers may not have been his exact self, but if you saw Sellers throw the ball that night, he was good. He was very good at throwing the ball. Was he as great at running? Maybe not, but they weren't, quote, depleted. So Missouri stepped up to that challenge.
Vic, I've just seen something very interesting. And this looks like a pretty good source. According to Riley McPheron, he writes for hogbeat.com. Kirby Moore interviewed for the head coaching job at Arkansas this weekend.
Okay, that's not a good thing. And I'll tell you why.
Via video call. Here's a tweet. Missouri Offensive coordinator Kirby Moore has interviewed for the Arkansas head coaching job yesterday via video call per source. Likely not viewed as a top candidate, it's not unheard of for schools to conduct interviews like these early on in the process.
Yeah, well, here's the thing I don't like about it. And it's the old adage, if you're looking at one job, you're taking your interest off their current job.
Yep.
Even in the slightest. I don't like it. I'm happy for him, but we knew this day would be coming. You would just hope it's after the season, but it's never after the quote season ends.
No.
It's always during the season. But I'm not freaked out by it because he wasn't having to fly away to do this. He wasn't having to put together a bunch of information as far as we know.
Hopefully it was just practice.
It was a preliminary interview during the month of October when there's a whole lot of time to go to come and do official things.
Please don't go to Arkansas, Kirby.
The second part of me not liking this is the fact that it's Arkansas because it would be a very smart move on their part.
Oh, yeah.
Number one, you mess with Missouri in their season. Number two, you take away their offensive coordinator and bring him to you, and you're tired of getting your arses kicked by Missouri because we dominate Arkansas. Arkansas isn't even on our radar anymore because we beat
don't
the
say
hell
that
out of
yet.
them.
There's a big game the last week of the season.
But to this point in time, it's not even for it to be a rivalry. The other team has to show up sometime. And Missouri's been so dominant in that series. It's embarrassing. And it's been embarrassing.
Yeah.
If I'm a Hogs fan, I am embarrassed to be a Razorback fan. Wouldn't wear that ugly sweatshirt and that nasty looking mascot stuff anywhere, especially in the state of Missouri. Arkansas can shoo away, but they're smart for doing this.
Kirby Moore's he is a good offensive coordinator.
He's going to be a head coach.
Yes.
And he's proven it. And he's got a lot of national hype. And I mean, I know Coach Looper, the running backs coach, should get a lot of hype because of the running. I mean, Missouri's become running back U.
But Coach Looper doesn't want to be a head coach.
No.
He's older. I think he's in his late 50s, maybe.
But my point in that is Kirby is the offensive coordinator. He's the guy that puts it together. He's getting credit for that too. So where he's going to get jobs. He is. I'm not surprised to hear this.
You held on to him longer than I thought you would.
Yeah, I thought he might have been gone last year. But we got him. We got him for an extra year. And you go with it. Do I trust what Eli Drinkwitz would do? I don't want to get him away yet. We got an Alabama game this week.
Yeah. That's the focus. But it was breaking news. I just wanted to bring it up.
And it was a bye week, so it would make sense. And Eli Drinkwitz would give him his blessing. And,
you don't.
And you move on. Head coaches know. Head coaches are always looking for people, just like athletic directors have lists of coaches that they would go look at, even though they say they go hire committees. They do, but they have ideas.
Maybe Drink will be like Saban. Maybe Kirby does take that job in Arkansas and just never can beat him. Because have you ever seen that stat about how good Saban was against his?
Yeah, and these are good coaches too.
Kirby barely ever beat him,
and even Nick's predecessor is dominating Georgia.
Yeah. DeBoer is.
Oh my God, DeBoer. I guess he owns Georgia now.
2-0.
Will it affect them in their game planning for this week? No, because it was a bye week. It's the best time that it could have happened, and I don't think that would have. If Missouri isn't able to run the football against Alabama, it's not going to be because Kirby Moore was interviewing at Arkansas.
It was a perfect time for it. So now, Vic, we go back one more time. Does Missouri win this football game?
I'm going to call Missouri winning the football game. I am. And I don't think it's going to be a high-scoring game because I don't think Missouri can win a high-scoring game against an Alabama team. I just don't see that happening. The reason I like Missouri in this game, it's not just, I'm a Missouri fan. It's because I've watched Missouri win the line of scrimmage. Even if it's not their linemen dominating blocks, when you have Hardy behind you.
Ahmad Hardy's won the line of scrimmage, yeah.
Ahmad Hardy is that extra lineman on the line of scrimmage. That's why I like it's at home. They run the ball. They stop the run. They've got the other pieces that they need. They've got much better pass rushing offense. than our pass rushing defense than Vanderbilt. Vanderbilt took Alabama down to the end. It was 2 costly turnovers, which is why Vandy did not have a chance to win the game at the end. And the home crowd. And and the oversight is gold pants, black shirts, just like they wore in 75 when they beat Alabama the last time.
I'd love to see that.
I hope we get gold pants, black shirts.
They've never beaten Alabama in Columbia.
I know. Be a good time. It's all time. Perfect timing.
Kind of reminds me a little bit of, and it's a team. Maybe my comparison here isn't as good, but like when Missouri finally got over the hump against Nebraska in the 90s.
It was beautiful.
Like after just getting your butt kicked year after year after year. Obviously, they've only played them 6 times in the last
My friend,
20
former
years.
offensive coordinator Dave Christensen, put on a great offensive game plan that night when they did.
That's what's going to have to happen.
Who are you going with this weekend?
Well, I have my predictions again later in the week, but I'll go as of Monday.
Okay. I don't mean it. I gave
No,
mine.
I'll give mine.
You're like Kirk Herbstreit. You can't get because you're
No,
doing the
I will. I'll give it. I'll go 27-21 Mizzou.
All right. I like it. I was 26-24 Mizzou.
Ooh. It's got to be low scoring.
I know.
It's got to be low
You and I
scoring
on
to
the
win
same
this
page.
game. I think that's what it's going to be. I think Mizzou can just grind it out. Honestly, I think they can grind it out. You've split reps a lot. Jamal Roberts has been great. Give Ahmad Hardy 30 touches. If it takes 40, it takes 40.
Woo!
But he needs to touch his football 25 times in this game.
Ball control offense.
Yes.
I love it. Power Mizzou really quick. I know we're coming out.
I saw this.
The stat, you want to give it if you have it?
No, you give it. What were you saying?
Okay, the stat that I thought was fantastic, just remember this. Missouri's rushing 292 yards a game, 3rd in the nation. Alabama's pass, 325 yards per game, 5th in the nation. Run versus pass.
What's going to break?
There you go.
Immovable force versus unstoppable object. Something's gotta give. Well, for Vic Faust, I'm Grant Salzman. The Tigers host the Alabama Crimson Tide on Saturday at 11 a.m. We will have coverage on Saturday. Vic will be there post game. We'll have more coverage right here on Wednesday and Friday. Go make sure to follow us on Instagram, MIZ-STL, for all of your Missouri Tigers needs, wants, interest, all of it. This is the Lou Information Station. Up next is Charlie Tune and the Posse right here on Lou Info. We're live and on demand at louinfo.com. We're done for now.
When you're building something new, you need a partner you can count on. I'm Big